I smiled for the cameras that night. It was the last time I smiled. Everyone was there. Her colleagues, her parents, mine. A banner hung above our kitchen, proclaiming congratulations, CEO in waiting. She threw herself a party. My wife always liked to win in public. Always wanted the spotlight to shine a little brighter on her. Then came the toast. My father raised his glass. To the real breadwinner and wonderful daughter-in-law. My mother chimed in with a cheer, followed by laughter and clapping. I stood there, silent, holding an empty glass. Later that night, she handed me a gift, a wrapped box. Inside was a t-shirt with bold white letters on the front. The loser of the house. She laughed. Come on, lighten up. It's just a joke. I didn't respond. The next morning, she left early, another big day at the office. 20 minutes later, her boss called her in urgently. 30 minutes after that, she started messaging me 99 times. I didn't respond to any of them. Let's rewind 5 years. I married her for her smile. The way it crept up slowly, like it already knew it had won. She was magnetic, brilliant. I was quieter, steadier. The kind of person who refilled her coffee and made sure the car was gassed up. I didn't mind being the background. When she lost her job 2 years ago, I picked up consulting gigs and kept the mortgage paid. When her startup collapsed, I dipped into my savings to keep us afloat. And when she cried on the balcony at night, I wrapped her in my arms and told her she was still a lion. And she was. When she got the offer from Stonebridge Capital, I celebrated her success, cooked her favorite meal, and bought her a fountain pen with her initials on it. She kissed me on the forehead and said, "You're the best." Then the distance began. First, her phone never left her hand. Then it was locked away in a drawer. Her smile came home before she did. Her laughter lived in texts, secret dinners, and trips that were extended due to urgent meetings. I never accused her, never raised my voice. I just watched, noticed, absorbed. The final crack came quietly one night. She came home late, wine on her breath, lipstick smudged. I asked how the meeting went. She blinked, caught off guard. "Which meeting?" she asked. That's when I knew. The next morning, I made coffee just like always, but something had shifted. I didn't feel like her husband. I felt like her cover story. I stopped asking questions and started planning. They always underestimate the quiet ones. First, I went legal. I had a friend who was a forensic accountant, so I asked him to look into her accounts. She was smart, but careless when she felt untouchable. Bonuses undeclared. Stock options signed under her maiden name. A second phone line listed as vendor communications. Then I visited Stonebridge, not as a husband, but as a potential investor. I asked around and learned about a certain regional director, her mentor. I found out he was married, conservative, and would do anything to protect his reputation. Next, I reviewed our prenup. It was ironclad, yes, but only if I committed adultery. Financial deception, however, nullified it. I moved money, shifted investments, and made sure all our shared assets leaned toward me. Quietly, I transferred car titles, refinanced the house in my name alone, all under the guise of securing better rates. She never noticed. She was too busy being celebrated. Then came the party, the final insult. My parents toasted her as the breadwinner. The shirt, the loser of the house. She didn't realize that night was her peak. The next morning, her boss called her in. HR was already in the room. I had submitted the anonymous report at 5 a.m., complete with documents, screenshots, and a transcript of an internal call she had recorded on her second phone. Illegal even in ignorance. She messaged me 99 times. Asterisk, can you talk? What did you do? Please answer. They're investigating me. I could lose everything. Why are you doing this? Asterisk. By then, I had already spoken to my lawyer. I served her with divorce papers, citing financial dishonesty and emotional cruelty, with all the evidence to back it up. I filed for full ownership of the house. It was already legally mine. And half of her company equity, through marital asset division. I watched her crumble, not in rage but in slow, helpless confusion. She was a queen without a castle, a strategist caught mid-move. The board at Stonebridge panicked. She was placed on unpaid leave while the investigation unfolded. Her mentor ghosted her to protect his own skin. Her public image cracked under the weight of silence and speculation. I didn't gloat. I didn't speak. I didn't reply. I let the silence echo. Weeks later, she stood outside my door. No makeup. No smile. She said my name like it was a question. I looked at her, really looked at her. She whispered, "I didn't mean to make you feel small." I replied, calm and composed, "You didn't. You made me feel invisible, so I disappeared." She cried, told me she made a mistake, that she missed me. I nodded. I know. Then I closed the door. People think revenge needs noise, fury, broken plates, loud gestures. But the most devastating justice is quiet, patient, and surgical. I wasn't the loser of the house. I was the architect of hers. And now I live in it.